What's going on, everyone? LA Sports back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Marcus Semien, as the Texas Rangers have just signed him to a 7-year deal worth $175 million. This is a deal that the 7th year clearly, obviously, pushed Semien over the top and made him want to sign with the Rangers. Now, this isn't a move that really is going to change the state of their franchise. I mean, they lost over 100 games last year. So that tells you all you need to know about their franchise. They have really no good players now, other than Marcus Semien. They have a couple of young guys who might be on the come up. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, who is a shortstop. So I'm not sure what the plan there is for Texas. Maybe they're going to move him over to shortstop, maybe second base rather, maybe even to third. Who knows what's going on there, but Texas is definitely a team that isn't going to win anytime soon. So Semien clearly does not value winning right now, and he wanted to just get his money and go, and he got that. He's going to get $25 million per year for the next 7 years. It's a lot of money, but I feel like the Blue Jays kind of backed off Semien a little bit. I think this is a deal they could have came close to. I think they could have came close to that number for 7 years, and if they gave him maybe $160 million for 7 years, $165 million for 7 years, maybe Semien would have taken it and said, you know what, for a little bit of a pay cut, I'm going to be competing for World Series for the entirety of this contract, so I might sign it. I just don't think the Blue Jays offered Semien this kind of a deal. They probably offered him 5 years, $110 million, or 6 years, $125 million, something like that. I just don't think they were really close to the 7-year, $175 million deal that he is going to sign with the Texas Rangers. But what does this mean for the Blue Jays moving forward? And this means quite a bit. There's been a lot of rumors of them being in on Kevin Gausman and really being at the top of the sweepstakes for Kevin Gausman, the pitcher from San Francisco. And he's a guy that if you get him, all of a sudden you bolster your starting rotation even more. And if you can bring him and Robbie Ray, you would have a rotation of Ryu, Ray, Barrios, Manoah, and Gausman. That is the best rotation in baseball, and it's not even close. So I think the Jays are going for they're going more for the pitchers. I think they saw this season that they could really score runs. They just need to bolster their starting rotation a bit more. I think they're going to sign a couple of starters and then worry about the infield after that. Something that a lot of Blue Jay fans don't really remember is Kevin Biggio barely played last season, and he's a guy that is going to play at third or second. He'll play at one of the two. He's capable of playing both positions. He could play really anywhere. He could play in the outfield if you need him to. He could play first base if you need him to. He's a very versatile player the Jays have there. So that's a very good thing to have if you're the Toronto Blue Jays. And if they get one or two starting pitchers, they might be able to go after a bigger name guy. Maybe they make a push for Chris Bryant now. Maybe they make a push for Javier Baez. There's so many things the Jays could do from here. It's not the end of the world that Semien left. It obviously sucks. He had an MVP caliber season. I'm not happy with it. I would have loved to have him back, but at the end of the day, there still are other options, and the Blue Jays will still be able to put up an insane amount of runs without Semien, and they're still going to be fine without him. I think the fact that he wouldn't have been able to play second base, wouldn't have been able to play shortstop in Toronto, really, kind of, he doesn't like that. He said it a few times over the course of the season. He's a shortstop, not a second baseman. And Bo Bichette's not leaving shortstop for the next 10 years for the Blue Jays. It's the Jays wouldn't even have tolerated something like that. So I think it just good for Semien. And now the Jays got to get to work and sign some guys. Of course, the lockout's going to happen on December 1st. So no one can sign during the lockout. Expect tonight and tomorrow and leading up to Wednesday, expect it to be very, very busy around the MLB. But you guys let me know your thoughts on this deal of Marcus Semien. Signed 7 years, $175 million in Texas. You guys let me know what you think about that. And as always, please leave a like on the video. Consider subscribing to the channel if you guys. And we'll see you guys all in the next video. Let's go, Blue Jays.